YouTube channel. I'll be posting videos here about herbalism for pets in the next few months, and I hope you enjoy them. So to let you know a little bit about who I am, my short story. So I was born in Germany, in northern Germany, in a port city called Bremen, and when I was 1 year old, my parents moved to New York. So I spent the next 30 years in the United States, had all my schooling there, which is why I speak English like an American, and then moved back to Europe when I was 30. So I've been in Europe almost as long as I was in the States now. And in Germany I became a holistic practitioner for pets. It's something unique we have in Germany. In other countries you don't have this possibility. The holistic practitioners for pets, which we call Tierheilpraktiker, are not veterinarians, but we are allowed to treat animals with alternative medicine and do a few things like take blood samples, give injections, things like that. We're allowed to do acupuncture, use herbal medicine, homeopathy, and other methods. Some of the things I do are Chinese medicine, herbal medicine, homeopathy, spagyric, and I also do acupuncture. I use leeches, do some manual therapies, things like that. So it's fun, it's interesting, and it's quite effective. So I've been working as a holistic practitioner for about 25 years now, and before that I was really interested in animal nutrition. So I wouldn't call myself an expert, but some people do, and I became very interested in animal nutrition at a very young age when I had my first dog when I was 14. My first dog was a golden retriever named Mika, and I just wanted everything to be perfect, so I was a little expert on all kinds of processed pet foods, which eventually led me to the realization that processed foods aren't particularly healthy. And yeah, so that started about when I was 14 and developed more when I grew up, to where I started feeding my animals raw food diets. In Germany I've written 3 books about this, and they've been bestsellers for the last 9 years, so that's what most people know me for here. And I've been teaching a course for animal nutritionists or pet nutritionists for dogs and cats, with a focus on raw diets or cooked diets, in other words, homemade diets. Hello, puppy. So this course has been quite successful. We've trained many people, and I get more and more requests to teach this in English, so I'll be offering this course in English at some point this spring. And I also teach herbal medicine and Chinese medicine for pets, and I'll hopefully in the next year or two be able to offer that in English as well. So like many of you, I started out with Juliet de Bayrak-Levy's books, which taught me a lot, and they were really the only books about animal herbalism at that time. And I had the very good fortune of meeting Juliet and getting to know her really quite well. She became a very good friend and lived at this farm here for many years before she died in 2009. So Juliet has definitely been a big inspiration, for one, because of her views on animal nutrition, about healthy nutrition, natural rearing, and of course herbalism. I wasn't really interested in herbs until I read her book, and I was so impressed by her writing about nutrition that I thought there must be something to all this herb stuff, so that got me interested in herbs. That was in 1986. So I've been working with herbs for quite a long time. When I started out, I didn't have any money, so I was largely self-taught. I did do a class very early on, I think in 1996, from Michael Tierra, East West Herbs. But I could never get a certificate because, for one thing, you had to participate in live chats, which was not possible for me to do from here. And for the other thing, you had to take the final exam in person in California, and having no money, I just couldn't travel to California to take a test. But I did work through that course and found it very interesting, and that got me interested in Eastern medicine or Chinese medicine. I've learned from Matthew Wood, who's become a good friend, and from Rosemary Gladstar, and from other people. I took Michael Moore's class. The online version, unfortunately, he had already passed, so I didn't have the chance to meet him. And yeah, so that's kind of my story. I live on a farm in Germany part-time, and part-time I live in South France in the Provence area. Have a beautiful house in a national park. Very nice. We're hoping to be able to hold herbal seminars there in about 2 years when the house is finished. And I have, at my farm, I have 8 dogs, 2 horses, about 20 goats, a bunch of chicken, and 5 cats. So obviously we like animals quite a bit here. My dogs now are basically rescues, with the exception of one dog, my shepherd Texas, and the others are rescue dogs either from Greece, from the island of Crete, or from Romania. So I do a lot of rescue work. Let's say I donate a lot of money to rescue work because that's what they really need the most, don't they? So that's what I do. I have a herbal garden. I have several herbal gardens here. I like to grow my own herbs. I make my own medicines. I really like working with herbs, making stuff with them. So I offer classes here at the farm too, where we just spend the weekend making tinctures and salves and lotions and soap and all kinds of stuff, distilling with old alembics. So hopefully I'll be able to offer some videos about that as well. And I guess in the next video I make, you'll meet my dogs, who of course, in my opinion, are the best dogs in the world, like everybody else's too. So that's me, and I hope you enjoy my YouTube channel. And for those in the States, I will be teaching at the International Herb Symposium in June of 2019. So perhaps I'll meet some of you there. That would be great. Okay, stay tuned and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.